Hello everyone, welcome back to Thedas and Ferelden and Dragon Age Origins. Last time we played, um, we completed the Broken Circle, freed the mages from Uldred's demonic possession, returned order to the Circle, and secured the mages' assistance in the final battle. We also convinced them to help us, um, perform an exorcism. So, Connor is free, but unfortunately, Arl Eamon is still unconscious. And it seems like the only way to wake him from the coma is to go after the Urn of Sacred Ashes. And in order to do that, we have to pick up Brother Genitivi's trail last seen in Denerim. Which means we have to go to the capital. Which is going to be interesting because we're kind of fugitives. Denerim isn't exactly going to be a friendly place. But first, we'll head to camp.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Okay. Um, I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. Well, it makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owe the Isle that much.
Well, if we can stop the blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Alright, so, I did manage to find a new mod that might actually help with leveling up unique stuff. So, on the off chance this works, we're going to go ahead and unequip that and re-equip the family sword. Now, how this works is in the skills. It's called the Utility Sack version 2. I tested it out, and I know how to improve stuff that are equipped. So we're going to go ahead and try it. Item enhancer. Set enhancement rules. Material. Let's get it up to tier 5. Properties. Let's go ahead and add. Let's do vicious. Not sure what that does. Actually, no, wait, no. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna. Let's do elemental damage. Add fire. Plus 10. Okay. Handling. No. Alright. We'll go ahead and start. Process equipment. Holy shit. Is my armor on fire? Yep, my armor's on fire. Although, hey, we got the family sword up. Okay, so, we're gonna go ahead and unequip the family sword real quick. And then we're gonna do the same thing. Item enhancer. We're going to set enhancement rules. And we're going to clear current properties. And process equipment there. Okay, never mind. Why does my still have fire damage? Okay. I'm an enhancer. Set enhancement rules. Properties. Back. Fire. Take that off. Back. Back. Process equipment. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. We're just going to do that there. And that there. Which does have fire. Okay. That was a successful test. Alright, let's do some enchantment.
Enchantment?
Enchantment.
Enchantment!
Alright, we're gonna do Journeyman Electricity Rune. We'll accept that. Okay, and then
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright, so let's get rid of this. I'm not using a mace. I get rid of one of the bows. And then we're going to get rid of the crossbow. Armor, we'll get rid of that. Commander's plate armor. Okay. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of these. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'll do item enhancing off stream. I just wanted to see if it worked, and it does. Okay. We don't need those. We don't need these. Don't need that. Okay. And then for here, Wildstone Clasp. We'll keep it just for now. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. I gotta do those. Okay. Silverite would be good. All right.
Enchantment?
I'd like some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
I'll put the silver iron on. Okay. Accept. Alright, then yeah, we'll go ahead and do those for me. Don't skill sundry. And mortal vessel. Okay. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, let's get that up to 40, that up to 40, and then the rest we'll put in willpower. Actually, we're gonna dump that and we're gonna put that there. Okay, next. Herbalism. Next. And then let's see here. Do spider. Whirlwind. Master. Present 12. Let's go and get the spider and the whirlwind. Okay. Don't need spider. Whirlwind is activated. I'll do this and that. Alright. Alright, let's do the rounds. We'll talk with Wynn here first.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Arlhow massacred my family. Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Arl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
I am the daughter of Bryce Cousland, the Terran of High Ever.
You are the last of the Couslands? I had no idea, my lady.
Let's see here. I always took my family and her name for granted.
There is nothing I can say to ease your pain. I am sorry. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
I just wish my house didn't have to fall.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Alright. Let's see if she has anything.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I will keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Alright. So Wynn's gonna essentially take on the role of mentor. Not Grey Warden mentor, but, you know, royal mentor to, like, hey, you're a Cousland, and you're the people, your family, the people who are supposed to, like, groom you to become a just ruler are dead. So I'm gonna make sure that you are. Hello, Sovereign. Welcome to stream. Hey, guess what? I have a mod that actually was able to level up my family sword. It worked. Fuck yeah. Guess what, Hal? The family sword's coming to kill you, and it's gonna kill the fucking whatchamacallit? Archdemon. That's right. Yeah. Ironbark. Okay. Yeah, I'll eventually level them all up to appropriate levels later. Stab the Archdemon with her dad's sword. So I'm going to.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
I've never been to Orlais.
If you get the chance, you should see it, at least Val Royeaux. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sorts of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs. And shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very...
I don't think Ferelden nobility give a shit about shoes as much.
The shoes. Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
I could do the stereotypical, oh, I love shoes, you know, as the... But Carolina's not exactly... She's a tomboy. She might say you can get nice shoes in denim. Shoes are shoes. They're there to keep your feet dry. Honestly, I think that's what Carolina's thinking. But I think she's also cunning enough to realize it's probably not the best thing to say. So we're gonna say, what's so special about shoes?
Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them, anyway. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Um, wouldn't that be hard to walk in?
I wouldn't want to run in it, or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room, perfect. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
At least they keep the cold out.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Well, to make her, I mean, I do have something that she might like. I think. Do I not have it? I guess not. Maybe I already gave it to her. Because there's shoes you can find that are like, I might have already given them to her, to be honest. Not there.
Oh, how dear of you.
There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Alright, Stan. Stan, you're next.
You called.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind.
Very well.
Want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
Okay.
Then I suggest
We've exhausted Stan's dialogue,
as you wish.
but that's okay. Oh, we also have his companion quest going on at the time. Alright, so we'll pick up the trail back in Orzammar. But while we're in Denerim for Ernest Sacred Ashes, we can stop by Alistair's family. Alright, let's talk with Morgan, see if she's got
I
something.
await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
Can you teach others to become shapeshifters?
Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
Why not?
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply do not know you well enough. I promise nothing.
Fair enough. We'll talk with Shale.
It speaks.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
No. How did Willem come to acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever
Oh,
was willing
Wilhelm.
to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
Do you know where in the deep roads this was?
No, that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
You don't know why you were there?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no. I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
What was Wilhelm doing in the deep roads?
It was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Wouldn't have that been dangerous?
Indeed. He had spells that allowed him to remain hidden and move quickly, but he had no defense against the Blight and worried constantly that he would get sick. If any Darkspawn showed themselves, he fled. More often, he would have to fight other scavengers, dwarves who had become tainted. In the end, it killed him. I mean, he found me there, right?
Fair enough. So if he hadn't found you,
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
well, let's.
On then.
All right, and finally, Alistair.
Your desire is my command. Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
I think we're still too early in the game to invite him to the tent. Maybe after we cure Arl Eamon. So I think we'll just do you tell him to enjoy your company.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. Given the circumstances, things could have been so much worse. I'm so grateful that you're you, instead of some other Grey Warden. That sounded better in my head. I just mean to say that I've really come to care about you.
We'll say we feel the same way.
Now we just need to be rid of that pesky archdemon, and everything will be back to normal, right?
Alright, and then I think Bodan has a rumor for us.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. The Darkspawn had
Yep, there we
taken
go.
over. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came, either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings. And then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
So, from now on, Lothering is locked off. We cannot go back to Lothering, which is a good thing that we've already grabbed everything we needed from there. As for survivors from Lothering, we don't actually know of any for this game, but we'll follow the story of at least one of those survivors in the next game by the name of Cammy Hawk,
Of course. Good
AKA
for you and yours.
Thedas'
Goodbye.
cosmic plaything. Alright, let's go ahead. I know I keep ignoring the Soldier's Keep guy. We're gonna go to Soldier's Keep after we finish the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Alright. We're gonna need Alistair. We'll probably need Wynn.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes care of our healing magic and our tank. We've got melee and range DPS in Carolina, but we do not have any magic DPS. So let's go ahead and bring Morgan.
Indeed.
All right. See, here's Lothering. Destroyed by the Darkspawn. That is... We're going to go ahead and go to Denerim. All right, a fight. Or an encounter, at the very least.
Sire,
I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he not?
Never! Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal
Then
with this
don't
crisis
go to the
alone.
legions,
Ferelden
go
will
to the
stand on its
marchers.
I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
That's not a no. And Honora knows this. Also, fuck Hal. He's gonna die. Alright, yeah, I think this is where we're gonna get ambushed.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Okay.
I see a trap.
Why would there be traps here if this is not an ambush? All right, well.
I see enemies ahead.
All right.
That's right, come on!
Just gonna grab that. Oh, hello. All right. Wakey, wakey.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
Well, I have some questions.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Of course. Well, I'm kind of rather happy that you failed.
So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career.
Well then, what are the Antivan Crows?
This elf is a crow. That makes sense. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva. I understand they almost run that nation, and are hired only at great expense.
Excuse me.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
You came all the way from Antiva.
Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see.
So who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logan, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Um. So, how much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Okay. Then why are you one?
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Thanks. I'll take that under advisement.
You seem like a bright girl. I'm sure you have other options.
I like Severin. He's sarcastic. I can get behind this. So does this mean you're loyal to Logain?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes?
Fair enough.
Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you failed that service.
Oh, well, that's between Logain and the crows, and between the crows and myself.
Okay, and between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
Fair enough. When were you to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then.
Okay, if you had failed?
What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you?
A little bit funny. Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I often...
I like the cut of that jib. Why are you telling me this? I wasn't paid for silence. That wasn't part of the contract. Fair enough. The man knows his worth. Aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
Now, why would I want your service?
Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks. I could also warn you should the Antivan crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I could also stand around and look pretty if you prefer. Warm your bed. Fend off unwanted suitors, no?
Okay, so I'm a kleptomaniac, so I'm skilled at picking locks. Bed warming, you'll have to talk with the guy in the massive blood dragon armor standing next to me because, yeah, we're kind of a thing. Fend off unwanted suitors. Alistair's kind of taking that job. But, standing around and looking pretty, I guess you could do that. And, you do seem to know a lot about the crows, so yeah, sure. So is this before or after you stabbed me in the back?
These things you say, they must drive the men back home simply wild. So what shall it be? I'll even shine armor. You won't find a better deal, I promise.
Can I expect the same amount of loyalty from you?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
Okay, and what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after you?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
Alright. And what do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Alright.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry about it. We could use him.
Alright. I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
I'm well versed in
excellent advice for
poisons,
anyone.
Morgan. I
hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Alright, welcome to the Misfits. Unfortunately, you're gonna be kind of sitting in the background with Liliana for a while, because, like I said, I'm a rogue. I don't really need a rogue. Alright, let's see here. Oh, and they don't. I did a thing they don't like, so let's give them something. Let's see here. There you go, Morgan. Enjoy.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
And then Alistair. Yeah, he's okay. Oh, there you go.
Is that for me? Really? Wow.
Just, he's so handy when you're around. No, yeah, no. If I'm not a rogue, like if I'm a mage or a warrior, yeah, Liliana and Zevran are gonna be in the party. Either one of them will be in the party, like as a permanent fixture. But because I am a rogue, I don't really need another one. So he'll be here when it's his time for personal quests. Although when we get to dinner, I might switch him in. Just, you know. There we go. And there we go.
Now's better than later.
Alright, I think we're good. So let's continue on the road to Denerim. Okay, we're in the Denerim Market District. Let's look at the map. Great. Great map there. Alright. We need to find Brother Genetivi. Let's go ahead and explore the marketplace.
You have a barbed tongue, Morrigan. Why do you treat others in this way?
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, "Please, guide me."
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices, to hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
And I was just like, what?
Elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
I was like, I heard my name.
Good day.
Good day. Let's see here.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest magic exists to serve man. The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veal holds no uncertainty.
I think she's hungry.
And she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her bacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Can I interrupt this, whatever it is?
Oh, it's not an interruption, dear. We were just finishing up before mealtime. What can I do for you?
What are you doing?
Praying for the good people of Dennery who've lost loved ones at Ostergard. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
But that's what I said.
I don't remember the chant have any passages about bacon.
Andraste, deliver us. If her grace were to hear this.
I wouldn't mess up the words if you wouldn't keep interrupting me. Grand Cleric Elomena understands the importance of concentration, you know.
Her grace, may the Maker bless her heart, lost her hearing 20 years ago. If she doesn't catch your blasphemous mistakes, it's because she didn't hear them.
Just never mind.
It is almost mealtime, isn't it?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Chanter's board. Back alley justice. Eliminate the criminals preying on the innocent folk in Denneram's back alley. In these dark times, we must work together against the common threat. Sergeant Cousland has brought disturbing news that should anger all righteous people. In our own alleyways, footpads, muggers, and miscreants lie in wait to profit from the chaos of our times. They infect us like a plague. A reward is available for any information on these lowlives. Sergeant Cousland has also offered a heavy purse for any brave souls that can best these brigands and make Denneram a safe place once again. This humble chanter has added to the reward as well. May the Maker bless all who heed this call. Sure, I'll kick the shit out of bandits. I don't like the competition. I mean, I didn't say that. Missing in action. Recently, our hearts were lifted when many of the survivors of the Battle of Ostergar returned to us. Maker bless these men and women, and have mercy on those who fell defending our children from the Blight. Sadly, one of these heroes has gone missing. Rexil served in Terran Logain's vanguard with distinction. Upon his return, his wife said he was prone to quiet reflection and frequented the local taverns. One afternoon, he left his home and never returned. This chanter was moved by the family's grief and is offering a pouch of coin for anyone who finds this hero. The chant says, "In saving one man, you save us all." For if each of us lends a hand to aid his neighbor, anything is possible. Especially now. Alright. Master Frazzle of the esteemed Guild of Free Sailors had informed this chanter that while about guild business, he was waylaid by bandits via guile and other chicanery. He lost many valuables, but in particular an antique sextant was moved forcibly from his person. This sextant is, of course, considerable symbolic value, as it belonged to the first guildmaster of the Free Sailors. Master Frazzle is described his assailants as masked, foreigner descent, perhaps Deventer or Free Marches, and unusually coordinated and crafty. He has placed a hefty sum of coin with this chanter in return for his sextant. That is all. Alright. Gains push. Imminent conflict. Oh, wait, hold on. Brothers and sisters, word has arrived of an imminent conflict. 10 Lurgane's honored forces continue to root out threats to our nation, and their actions deserve support from the common people. While it is unusual to post troop movements to the public board, I believe it is necessary for the brethren near the affected area to respect the honored Terran by aiding his troops. Provide whatever comfort you feel they deserved, and Ferelden will be the stronger for it. Treat these brave soldiers as you would treat Loghain himself, and the spiritual rewards will be generous. Really? You want me to treat Loghain's troops as I would treat Loghain himself? I just have this one question. Do you want them to die? Because that's what's going to happen. Desperate Haven. Sister Anna has heard reports of an imminent tragedy. A runner has brought me dire news of a group of refugees fleeing the Darkspawn. They have been cornered on unfamiliar ground, fighting for their lives. The Templars are necessarily occupied, and my own means are few and stretched. The Levy is always more loyal to their lord than their distant king. This is true. This is very true. And no, I don't hold Loghain's men accountable for Loghain's actions. Howe's men, on the other hand, I don't know if Carolina can be or can show restraint against them. Since, you know, they that shit's person. Yeah, exactly. They stabbed the shit out of their nephew. Shit. Yep. And her parents. If someone of skill has the ability to deliver these people, I can only offer the honest gratitude of myself and the Chantry. Hopefully that will be enough for the rare person we need. Oh yeah, and almost her dog. Right? In Ferelden, if you take out somebody's dog, you might as well take out that person. Because that person will now come after you until they die. You don't go after the dog. The only exception is that that dog is attacking you. Then you can defend yourself. But that's it. Skin deep. A runner sends this request from Knight Commander Thames. While reports I have heard, no doubt suffer from exaggeration, observed creatures assaulting Redcliffe trouble me greatly. If we are to properly combat these unnatural agents and prevent their reoccurrence, the mages bound to my service will require carefully prepared samples of flesh for study. Thereafter, should a deployment occur, we will be briefed, or well briefed. If there are skilled warriors present, I would have them gather samples from any remaining creature as close to the presumed source as possible. The Chantry will reward this basic assistance with spiritual acknowledgement. If the request is exceeded, gold will be added, but the offer is limited. Alright. So, our new quests. Friends of Red Jenny. Acquired a small painted box. As requested by the Friends of Red Jenny. The reward is whatever it is. Or whatever it is waiting in the Market District in Denerim. Back Alley Justice. Just go kill a lot of bandits. Missing information. Find Rexel. He's in Denerim. The Sexton. And then the Chanter's board. Loghain's push. The Chantry is unwilling provided an opportunity to disrupt the plans of the traitors Loghain. Head to the location marked on your map and intercept his forces. Desperate Haven. Go to the region marked on your map and see if there is anyone left to rescue from the Darkspawn invaders. Let's get deep. Return 9 samples of corpse skull to the Chanter's board for the Templars to study. Return 18 at once to receive an additional payment. Alrighty then. Also, Blackstone Irregulars. Varel Baron is in Denerim. And Layson is in Denerim. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for those guys.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there
Slim
is but one
Coldtree.
mark.
Oh, let's say hi.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Howe, right? Good for you. Make us spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
You're calling me an arrogant bastard, then?
You're a noble. I didn't know that. But you're a warden, and my hope is you'll help us little fellas out.
How'd you know I'm a warden?
Your likeness has been shown to some of the guards. Managed to get a peek at it myself. The name is Slim Coldtree, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
Well, I mean, possession is 9/10 of the law. I appreciate the lampshading rogue who acknowledges that the famous thief is doing it wrong. Exactly. But yeah, Carolina's, whole concept of what's mine is mine, or what's yours is yours, and what's mine is mine, that's a little shady. And what will you do with your cut?
My share goes to a good cause. The poor. My family. I've got 15 cousins. 15.
Good
Can you imagine?
I am
My
good.
uncle must be
I am
around
not
with a permanent
lawful.
bulge. It's disturbing, that is.
All right.
Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. A nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know.
I mean...
A respectable talent for robbing those rich bastards blind. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fellow really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in?
You have a mark for me.
I've got one. Should be easy pickings. 50 silver.
Tell me about it.
A lady's maid is in the marketplace. She's wearing bright green. Should be easy to spot. She's got a purse with some of her mistress's ill-gotten gems. Just relieve her of her purse, and then we both come out ahead. Good luck, Warden.
All right. We can keep an eye out for that. I'm sure Wynn probably won't approve, but you know what? She did say that I have to keep an eye out on the little guys, right? That's all I'm doing. Damn it. Key required. Damn it.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And trust this blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Cousland. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Satisfaction.
An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
Loghain's charges against the wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Loghain's word?
Use your wits. The wardens would never help the Darkspawn.
I do not like your tone, sir. But
Field of Honor
you may
behind
be
attack.
right.
What?
I may
Exactly.
regret this, but I cannot duel someone who may be guiltless. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Yeah. Go investigate Loghain, you dumb fuck. Oh, hello. Let's just, here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sergeant Kylan.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Is the market district really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge.
Oh.
So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But
see.
lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot. And Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
Yeah, the Arl and I have a rich history. Tell me about his men.
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
Actually, do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
What? Alright, what do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat
Of
down
course
any
it's a
mercenaries that are
whorehouse.
out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Alright.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
I like how he had to, because he saw mages. He's like, no, they can't be on fire. They can't be exploded. You know, just to cover the bases.
You're back, eh? One lady's maid groped and pilfered. At least that's how I'd like to imagine it happened.
No, it wasn't groped.
You want something else?
It was just hanging off the side of her dress. I just took it.
I got one. Better than the last. One sovereign.
Ooh, okay.
I thought you might like this one. Sir Nancine has a fancy and expensive sword. Paid for courtesy of her oppressive taxes on her lands. She's going to be at the wonders of Thedas soon, no doubt figuring new ways to kick her peasants where it hurts. This swipe will be tougher. She's got good eyes, and stealing a sword from a scabbard isn't easy. If you can blend in shadows, that might help. Good hunting to you, Warden.
Alright, well, I'll just, let's see here.
Got it.
Got the wooden crate. Lesser injured kit. That's good.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
If it wasn't for the subtitles, I would have sworn he was saying dwarven crap. Fine dwarven crap from Orzammar.
Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
Show me what you got.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Dinnerham.
Alright, what do you got weapon-wise? You got that. Gorham's sword. We might get that. We're not going to get Ogren for a while, so... Oh, do I have anything to sell him? I'm going to sell him the ice bolts, because I don't use ice bolts. And we'll give him the kite shield. Give him those. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to give Win something. There we go. Do that. No. Okay. Next. Staff focus. Arcane mastery. There we go. Nope. There. Okay. Get a TV zone. The Nod Noble Tavern. Okay. Let's go in here. What's up?
What can I get you, stranger?
Anyone need help? Maybe with something not... Have you heard any rumors?
Van Serlek has announced he's siding with the throne. That's not surprising considering his lands border Logain's. He probably fears what Logain might do to him if he turns. Anything else you need?
Anyone need any help? Maybe with something not strictly legal. Thank you. Road quests. Alright, smaller quests. So useful to have a big name in your pocket. And there's nothing better than snaggering with them the knickers down. If in travels wide someone were to come across notes between illicit lovers, I have certain specialists who can make the most of the texts. Deliver to the bartender, and an investment toward future manipulation will be handsomely paid. D requires swift action. I have trouble. A few more of my more excitable young associates have got a little nervous during a couple of delicate handovers. Suffice to say that this little mess needs attention. Life is normally cheap, but if word of this gets out, there will be consequences. My men are under close watch, so I'd be most grateful if for someone willing to take care of this. Coin is assured. Also, I don't know why I'm having the Cockney accent. I think it's because of Nolan North's Penguin. So I just kind of see that as the rogue. Also, we're in the Dog Lord land, so that makes sense, right? K requests the following. The troubles of the New Bloods seem to find me. I've ruffled some feathers with my alternative tactics, and certain people have had me blacklisted by my primary suppliers. So I put this out there to those enterprising friends who want an ally, and perhaps a little coin. 15 toxic extract samples will be more than enough to ensure that I can continue building support. Simple enough, ain't it? Sure, why not? I don't care.
Now's better than later.
And as for my pay, I'm just gonna take that. Alright, can't go back there. Sophie's guard. Does that mean that Sophie is here?
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was, Wynne?
No. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding. That cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
Do you think you'll be there? To help rebuild, I mean, once this is all over with.
I cannot say. Even if I survive this blight, I am a very old woman, Alistair.
Why? Because of some grey hair? You are a formidable woman, Wynne. You could see that it happens.
I think you overestimate the number of years I have left. But perhaps you were right. Or perhaps the
Now's
memories
better than
of what
later.
happened there will be too strong for me to face.
I have a hard time believing that.
Well, it's good to
Oh wow, that's a lot of
have
stuff.
someone that believes in me so. Now, if I could only feel the same way myself,
Health
that
potion.
would be something.
All right.
Arrow of Filth. So basically the Arrow of Filth is they dipped an arrowhead in shit. I'm not even gonna take that. No. I don't want my quiver smelling like shit.
I'll get on it.
Crimson Oars Mercenary. Crimson Oars. Okay. Are these the guys I need to persuade to leave?
Pigs, all of them.
Probably. Okay. Well, let's talk with the leader. So, hi.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull. Another round for me men. I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull. Another round for me men.
Hello. I'll just look in here. Notices a death. Okay, so we have to be the give the flag to the widows. And restocking the guild. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. I guess we don't have the quest for the Crimson Oars quite yet. Fair enough.
Can I get you a ladder? You can get off my back.
What's in here? The Wonders of Thedas. Okay. Well, let's look at the book. Geography of Thedas. Thedas is bounded to the east by the Amaranthian Ocean and to the west by the Tiresian Forest and the Hunterthorn Mountains. To the south by the snowy wastes that lie beyond the Ornki Mountains, and to the north by the Donok Fortress. The word Thedas is Tevinter in origin, and originally used to refer to the lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stranglehold on conquered nations and more lands became Thedas until it finally applied the name until people finally applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part of Thedas is divided amongst the Enderfels, the Tevinter Imperium, Antiva, and Ravane, with just the islands held by the Canari just off the coast. Central Thedas consists of the Free Marches, Nevera, and Orlais, with Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snowy wastes is a mystery. The freezing temperature and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Enderfels have never been fully explored, even by the Enders themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by the mountains, or if they extend all the way to the nameless sea. There must be other lands, continents, or islands, perhaps across the Amaranthian, or north of Parvalan, for the Canari arrived in Thedas from somewhere, But beyond that deduction, we know nothing. Ravane, politics of Ferelden. Alright.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Let's see here. Let's browse his wares. Okay. So you've got that. Winter's Breath. Torch of Embers. Lightning Rod. Okay. The Lend of the Lion. Reaper's Vestments. Deventer Mage Robes. Mabari Tongue Chain. Okay. Prince's Amulet. Archivist Sash. Ring of Ages. Jesus Christ. And Twitch. Instance of awareness. Ancient map of the Imperium. Okay. Well. Okay. Don't have anything that we can really use right now, but... Oh, hello.
This weather is miserable.
Let me just... Ta-da!
Tis all junk, just as I... Is that an authentic chastened tribal fertility carving?
Did you want it, Morgan? Actually, knowing Morgan, she probably does want it for reasons that will come up to later in the game. Mysterious door. Present the small painted box. Yay! Oh, warehouse. I'm just gonna help myself. Don't mind if I do.
Got it.
Just gonna... And for people that, say...
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal.
Why are you, stealing everything? First off, I can't hear you over the sound of me being a rogue. Second, that's how the economy of an RPG works. You steal shit.
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start.
All right, all
Thanks.
right.
I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Alright, let's see here. There should be some other things we can do around here. City Guard. Grey Warden poster. Don't believe the lies! Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble! The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Neat!
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Not really, no. that. Oh, there's another body bag. Fine.
Yeah, you've got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right?
Just shut up.
All men are the work of our nature.
This is totally sanitary.
There's a chunk of back of my hat.
Alright, here's your sword.
You're back, eh? Once Sir Nancine realizes she's robbed, I bet she'll be furious. That's delicious. Truly well done. You have time for another?
You got a mark?
I'm glad you asked. It'll cost you 3 sovereigns.
Jesus. Okay, fine.
We're not stealing from a lass this time. We're stealing from Ban Derby. Master Tilver, the band silversmith, has been on holiday for the past couple of weeks, but he's in town for the day. All of his valuable, expensive goods are locked up tight, but he has the key. He's got 2 guards with him, not the cheap kind either. If you can get by them, you should be good. Luck to you, Warden.
Okay. Is Ban Darby on Loghain's side? Because if he is, then fuck him. If he's not, then this is going to be awkward. Oh, Goldana's house. Hey.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Sure.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
Alright. And okay, and there's Wade's Emporium.
Got it.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Goldana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling the truth.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
That's hardly Alistair's fault, is it?
And who in the maker's name are you? Some tart, following after his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Goldana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None, that's what. Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I would love to help you out, but I don't think we really have enough money to spare. I wish we did.
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
Well...
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that.
How should I do this? Because all of them kind of seem... Because, I mean, yeah, Alistair's going to be king, but he doesn't really want to. He's just... It's going to be a duty he has to perform. This kind of sounds like sarcastic. This is the family you were searching for, Alistair. I mean, this is true. All Galdana wants is money. And then we could just say, let's go, but I don't... Okay. I'll go down there. I'm just looking something up. Family, okay. I don't know. I guess I'll just say 3. It looks like all she wants is your money.
Yes, it really seems that way, doesn't it? I wasn't expecting my sister to be so... I'm starting to wonder why I came.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find. But it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
Well, let's just leave.
I agree. Let's get out of here. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. This is the family I've been wondering about all my life. That shrew is my sister? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
I want to say either 1, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry it turned out like this, or 2, or 3, I meant. You don't need her, you have others who care for you. Let's see here. I'm going to go with 3. You don't need her, you have others who care for you.
Such as? The only person who ever cared about me was Duncan, and he's gone.
I care about you.
Thank you. I'm glad you came with me. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Alright, well, that didn't go as expected. Alright, well, let's go to Wade's Emporium. Should I be mean and steal from Wade? I mean, I'm gonna give him a lot of business. But... What'd I get? Alright, what do I do? What do I do with these? I guess I sell them? Anyway. Hello.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
Tell me about Wade.
You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Herin. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you forced me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop.
Who's in charge here?
I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No. Sorry, Herin.
Well, let's see what you have for sale.
Certainly.
Alright. We're gonna give him that. Gonna give him that. I don't... It's here. Silverite. Okay. Let's just get that there and that there. Okay. Oh, and I don't need these. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead and head to Brother Genetivi's place. Because, look, I don't really want to go to the other parts of Denerim quite yet. What?
Sorry, the alley's occupied.
Huh. I know Tilver from Darby's party. You remember, right?
Of course. Glad to see you again.
Sir Carol, oh, we had a grand time.
Oh, definitely. Ban Derby does throw the best parties. But you see, this isn't an opportune time.
We'll do 3. Stealing. Brush against him as you leave. I see. I won't keep you then.
Thank you, Sir Carol. No doubt I'll see you again.
Master Tilver is busy. Sorry.
My apologies.
All men are the work of our makers.
You're back, eh? No luck yet, eh? Keep trying.
I'll see you later then.
Right you are.
Now let's see here. We're just gonna open this thing here and just take all of that. And then we're gonna open this here and we're gonna... Oh, what's this? Oh, who cares? Take all that.
Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from
Fine
Orzammar.
dwarven crap.
You won't find better.
Oh, and would you look at what we've got here?
You're back, eh? So you've struck again, eh? Ban Derby will be foaming at the mouth. I bet all of those rich louts will be afraid to go out. I'm not sure if I have anything else handy.
Well, then I'll see you later.
Right you are.
Alright, let's see here. What do you got?
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry to tell you that your husband is dead.
No, I can't believe this. I won't.
Well, I'm sorry, but I gave you the letter, so my job is done. God, it's always gonna be like
As
this.
there is but one world, one life, one death. There is...
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
They are sinners who have...
I don't know what I did, but I got a thing.
All men are the work of our makers.
Alright, Master Ignacio. We're gonna come back to talk with him when we have Zevran with us. For no reason whatsoever. Alright. Hello there. How's it going?
Yes. What are you doing here?
I am looking for Brother Genitivi.
Brother Genitivi? Why?
I would like to speak to him about his research.
His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Do you think he's in trouble because of the urn?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
How do you know they disappeared?
Well, they haven't returned, and they sent no word either.
Are you so close to the knights? Why send you word?
I don't know. After what happened to Genitivi, can you blame me for thinking the same thing could happen to the knights? Perhaps I am just a pessimist. I hope I am wrong.
Um, so where did they go?
No, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I need to obtain the ashes, or our Arl Eamon will die.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area.
And what exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Are you hiding something?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genitivi told me about the inn, and that's all.
Us? Who's us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genitivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
Ow, shit! An Andrastian mage. Okay. That was weird. Well, let's look around, shall we? Well, there's a book there. Dragon cults. On the worship of dragons. Let us suggest for the moment that a high dragon is simply an animal. A cunning animal, to be sure, but in possession of no true self-awareness or sentience. There has not, after all, been a single recorded case of a dragon attempting to communicate or performing any act that could not be likewise attributed to a clever beast. How, then, does one explain the existence of so-called dragon cults throughout history? One dragon cult may be explainable, especially in the light of the reverence of the old gods in the ancient Tevinter Imperium. In the wake of the First Blight, many desperate imperial citizens turned to the worship of real dragons to replace the old gods who had failed them. A dragon, after all, was a god figure that they could see. It was there, as real as the archdemon itself, and as evidence makes clear, did offer a degree of protection to its cultists. The other dragon cults could be explained in the light of the first. Some cult members might have survived and spread the word. The worship of the old gods was as widespread as the Imperium itself. Certainly such secrets could have made their way into many hands. But there have been reports of dragon cults even in places where the Imperium have never touched, among folks who had never heard of the old gods, or had any reason to. How does one explain them? Members of a dragon cult live in the same lair as the High Dragon, nurturing and protecting its defenseless young. In exchange, the High Dragon seems to permit those cultists to kill a small number of those young in order to feast on draconic blood. That blood is said to have a number of strange long-term effects, including bestowing a greater strength and endurance, as well as an increased desire to kill. It may breed insanity as well. Navaran dragon hunters have said these cultists are incredibly powerful opponents. The changes in the cultists are a form of blood magic, surely, but how did the symbiotic relationship between the cult and the High Dragon form in the first place? How did the cultists know to drink the dragon's blood? How did the High Dragon convince them to care for its young, or know that they would? Is there more to draconic intelligence than we have heretofore guessed at? No member of a dragon cult has ever been taken alive, and what accounts exist from the days of the Navaran hunters record only mad rants and impossible tales of godhood. With dragons only recently reappearing, and still incredibly rare, we may never know the truth. But the question remains. From Flame and Scale by Brother Florian, Chantry Scholar 928 dragon. Alright, let's level Alistair up. We'll get his strength up to 40. And his cunning up to 14. Let's see here. He needs level 12 for that. Threaten. Taunt. Needs level 12 for that. Level 12 for that. More dex. Let's do assault. Okay. Well, what's in here? Oh, we found a dead body. The body of the real Wayland. Okay. Steel symbol of Andraste. And Genetivi's research. Okay, quest updated. Brother Genetivi's research suggests that the village of Haven in the mountains to the west might have some clues as to the location of the urn. Brother Genetivi must have gone to Haven to continue his search. Well, that means it's time to head back to camp, because there's nothing for us here. Also, conveniently, it's getting about time to head out anyway. So let's
Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts.
We might as well stop by one of those places that are on our map before we head to camp. You know, get a good deed in to cover up all the stealing that I did. Oh, game crashed. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna crash eventually. Alright, where did it leave off? Wade's place, okay. Well, let's go through the line here. I could do the cunning thing, or I can just, you know, barge straight through and find what I want.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there.
Why not?
I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed.
I go where I want.
I said no. Genetivi was a very private person.
You're hiding something, and I want to know what it is.
No, don't touch that door!
Just die already!
Oh, now he's got stuff to loot. Alright. Do that.
Now's better than later.
that. Buy the real Wayland. Alright. Oh yeah. We've got more of these. Okay. Okay, let's level up there. We're going to get our willpower up for stamina purposes. We'll do the last bit of Master Herbalism. And I guess we'll start leveling up our stealth. Okay. Put that here.
You can get off my back.
Dwarven crafts.
Oh,
Fine
okay.
dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
That stuff was after. Okay. Well, we can come back for it later. Alright, refugees, civil war, village of Haven. We'll do the refugees. Then we'll head to camp and call it a stream. Oh no, we're fighting. Darkspawn!
Get off my back. I'll get on it.
Okay, we'll take those. Okay, we'll do that. Alistair leveled up. Well, let's just do that, and assault. Play. Quick save. That. Take that.
Got it.
Take that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? I'll get on it.
Deathroot. Do that. And then we'll do demonic poison. Okay, that's weird. All fruit. Alright. You okay?
Oh, I fell.
Yeah, you did. You alright?
For a moment there, I thought I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
You okay? Alright. Ow. 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 Ow.
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Did we save anybody? Hey, we did! Yay! That's an incomplete massacre. Just a partial massacre.
Alright, alright.
You okay?
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
Alright, let's head
Now's
back
better
to the
than
world
later.
map. And we'll go to camp. Oh,
All
that's
right.
not good.
I guess I really don't know how to ask you this.
Ask me what?
Oh, how do I say this? You think it would be easier, but every time I'm around you, I feel as if my head's about to explode. I can't think straight.
We'll say I feel the same way.
Well, I hope you mean the head exploding thing in a good way. Here's the thing. Being near you makes me crazy. But I can't imagine being without you. Not ever. I don't know how to say this another way. I want to spend the night with you. Here, in the camp.
Okay.
Maybe this is too fast. I don't know, but I know what I feel.
Oh, we'll go with thought you never ask. The game glitched out there. Oh yeah, the game is definitely glitching out. I think it's been on too long.
You know, according to all the sisters at the monastery, I should have been struck by lightning by now.
Well, not for that performance.
Meaning it was so great that the Maker himself has decided to spare me the usual punishment, right? Right. Aw. You do realize the rest of our little party here is going to talk, right? They do that.
Let him talk. I don't care.
Oh, sure, now you say that. By tomorrow, it'll be icy glares and awkward silences right before battle. Just you watch. So, what now? Where do we go from here?
We stay together, no matter what.
Right, I can handle that. I hope. Before we go, have I told you that I love you? I did. Well, it won't kill you to hear it again, will it? See? Was that so hard?
He's so awkward and adorable. Achievement unlocked first night. Okay. Well, seeing as how the graphics are glitching the hell out, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And we're just gonna call it a strap. So here tonight, we will have a stream around 6:30. But the Floof crew can't make it, so there's a poll in the Discord to see what you guys want to see instead. There's a selection from 4: Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy X-2, Arkham City, or Mass Effect 2. And if we do Mass Effect 2, it'll be the Arrival DLC. But that will start in about an hour-ish. Take care. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you later. Bye.